In this class, we are going to look at how we can add folders and files inside our folders. Now, this is your trap edit. Go to your menu, you see workspace. You click on this plus icon. Click on new project. You're starting a new project. Call that folder 4. Alright, folder 4. You save. Then open your folder 4. Click inside of it, this plus icon. Click new file. Call it stop.html. Stop.ht. Save it. Now let's go back to our previous work and copy what we've done there, which is stop. Our previous work was stop. That's what we saved it with. It was not in the folder, so we want to put everything in the folders. That's why we are doing this. Okay, so you copy your code and go to your folder 4. Open stop.html, which is inside the folder. Paste your code inside of it. Alright, save the code and then run it on your browser to make sure that it is what we are dealing with. Okay, this is where we stop in our other class. Right, so we've been able to see how we can add a folder and add pictures to our folder or files to our folder. Alright, so those pictures we added, in our next class we are going to talk about gallery. We are going to talk about image and other stuff. So thank you, see you later. Alright, welcome back to this class. I told us that we are going to add image link, image and anchor tag to our file with div and span. We are going to see how they work. So we already created this folder. We called it folder 4. Now to add images to the folder so you'll be able to access them, click on the folder, open it, click on import files. Then it will direct you to your phone. Choose the picture you want to and rename it. Let's call this bag.jpg. Alright, so we've gotten this image. We want another image, so we'll do the same thing. Import from your phone. Make sure you don't import sensitive content. Let's just take this. What's going on? Let's take this. What's going on? Import file. Let's take this. Okay, rename it. Let's call it student. Alright, so we are going to add it to our file. Remember, this is our file we're working on. So but before then, this is where we stopped last time. So let's look at the effects of div and span. Let's look at the effect of div and span. You call your div tag. Your div is used to hold block elements. Alright, your div is used to hold block elements. Let's see how it works. For your unordered list. Okay, another list. Inside your another list, remember you will have your list item, your li, call it 1, and your second li, list item, call it 2. Now let's style it. Since div are used to style block elements, to add effects on block element, call style, and the style you are about to add is color effects. Your colon then, and you choose the color you want to. That's color red. I hope we are getting it. So save your code, run it to see if the effect has been applied. You can see that the elements have gotten the effect we added, which is color red. So that's one of the functions of the div. Now let's look at the span. Let's call our A1, our H1, our H1. The span is used to work on elements inline styling. It's used for inline styling, while the div is used for block elements. Alright, so I love this lecture. Let's add a style to it. Notice that here the span is within the line. So let's apply the effect we want. Call it style. The style I want to add is color, your color red. Save your code, run it on the browser. You can see that the span was used to work on the inline text, while the div works with what block elements. Alright, so that is that for div and span. Now let's add our image. Remember the images we imported. Let's add one of it to this. You call in your image tag, and then the address of the image, the image name. You put your dot / and the name of the image. I think it's student dot. Let's confirm it. Hope I saved it. No. Let's confirm. Okay, back.jpg. Back.jpg is the name. Let's change it to back.jpg. Alright, click save. That's our image. We've added it. The alt is the name. It helps search engines to recognize your items, so it is necessary to add this alt. Okay, back image, give it a name, so when people are searching for such images on the website, your image will pop up for them to visit. And also, when there is no network, this name, or when there's bad network, this name you've given the image will be the one to be displayed. And also for visually impaired people, it helps them to read the text. Now let's run our code. You can see this is what I said. When the network is bad, it gives you this, right? It gives you this, the name. So the alt is very, very important. Back.jpg. We have to make it appear now. Okay, there's an error too. Back.jpg. Correct it, run the code. See that our image is here already. Okay, now let's look at the anchor tag. The anchor tag is used to house links. Okay, the anchor tag A, let's say facebook.com is the link. https facebook.com. Want to add image link. Once they click on that image link, it will direct them to Facebook. Alright, so let's call in our image now. Our image img, our image tag. Okay, the source. Let's break this link so it won't disturb us. Our image tag, the source, dot slash student. Let's use that same bag, but just know that it is different. Okay, bag dot jpeg. Alright, so the alt is the same as the first one, bag image. So I'm busy, bag image. Alright, so we save it and run the code. Let me put on my data so we be sure it is working. Save and run the code. Let's see what it is. You notice that the first bag is the same as this, but the difference is that the second bag has an anchor tag. Alright, it has an anchor tag. That anchor tag will help redirect whoever clicks on it to the link we've put there. Remember, the link we added there was facebook.com. Okay, my data is on, and now let's click on this second image and see if it will redirect us. Alright, it didn't work. There should be an error somewhere. HTTPS. So where is it coming from? Let's need to see. Okay, it's work. Could be network problems there. Alright, it's work. So that is how to add your image link. Click on it. It's taking you to Facebook because it's the link. Assuming you added an Instagram link there, it will direct whoever clicks on it to Instagram. Okay, so go through this and we'll get back to us in our next clip. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to this session of our lecture. I told us we will be looking at tables, so this is where we ended last time. The anchor tag and adding our image link. Alright, so let me make this clear here so we take note of it. We comment this out. Remember, anything commented out will not show on your browser, it will only be on your code. Okay, so this is image link. Alright, so today we are looking at tables and form. I've written out this code here for the sake of our time, so we will not have to waste too much of our data. Alright, before you call in the table tag, this is our H1, like a subtopic, a header. Then we call in the table tag. We have the T-head. T-head is table head. To shorten it, we have the TH, which is country, another TH, capital, and the GDP of the country. And so we have the table row. This table head is the column, while the table row is the row. Alright, we'll see that in our code. Okay, so let's run our code and see how it looks like on the browser. You can see the country, the capital, Ghana, which is the country, the capital is Accra, and the GDP. I don't know, that's not the correct GDP, I just assumed. Okay, alright, so let's add another one and see how it goes. Table row, calling an table row, TR, the table data. Let's see Nigeria. What's the capital of Nigeria? It's Abuja. The economy of Nigeria is very poor, so let's give it a a GDP of maybe 30,000. That's a disgrace. Anyway, let's run the code and see what we get. Okay, we are right. Alright, now it doesn't look much like a table, so let's add the border to make it look more like a table. We come to where your table tag is to add a style. Add a style where your table tag is, inside the opening of your table tag. Okay, so we add style, border, add border to it. Sorry, let's just call the border style. Let's put it at 4 points and see what we get. Okay, let's see what we get. 4 points, the border. Run your code. And see that we have a border. If you choose to reduce it, let's take 2 points. Save your code and rerun it. Okay, you see we have our table now, so you can try this yourself. That is it for tables. And now let's look at form. In everything you want to do, you call the tag first. Call the tag form, and let's give our h1, which is like the title. Let's make it h3, so it will be 2 right. Okay, h3 admission form. Save and run your code. Let's see. Sorry, it's showing somewhere else. Table row h3 form. Are we serious right now? Okay. Admission form. Let's run it. I clicked here. Okay. Let's retake this and see. Let's comment it. Table. Oh, sorry, form. That form. Call our form tag. Our h1. Or let's say h3. Save your code and run.